Hello everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And before I begin, I would just like to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content, and be sure to share the video with your friends. But anyway, let's get to it. Okie doke. So our rare is the Mending of Dominaria, which is a pretty solid rare. I wouldn't go to say it's broken, but there are lots of decks where it's going to be pretty good. I think it's a solid card. It's essentially like draw 2 spells a lot of the time if you have some self-mill themes, and then it puts a ton of lands into play, which is pretty good, and make sure you don't deck yourself. So I do like Mending of Dominaria. I think Grun is a little bit better. This pack is pretty bad. Grun and the Mending are the best 2 cards by a pretty decent margin. Snapper's like not great, unless you're like, I guess Pegasus Courser. I didn't see this card. I think I'll take Pegasus Courser, just because it's cheap. Syncopate's like fine. I didn't see the Pegasus Courser. I think Pegasus Courser is a little bit better than both those cards until you're in a dedicated deck. I don't love Mending. I think Mending is fine, but nothing special. Traded wife for RP, just because like it's really slow and like it can miss. Like if you can't like curve into Mending the same way as you can curve into other 5-drops. It does require a significant setup cost. And even then, it's not insane a lot of the time. It's like a draw 2, but it can't help you hit land drops early. So I don't think the card's insane. I think Pegasus Courser is always good, pretty much. Dauntless Bodyguard is a card that I don't think I've ever had this card in my deck. I'm like 41 or so drafts in, and I've never played this card. I love Memorial to Unity. G2 Chronicler is pretty good. I think I might just take, like, none of these cards are insane. I think I'm going to take Aven Sentry over Dauntless Bodyguard. I just really like flying, especially in white decks. And Dauntless Bodyguard, like, it can give something indestructible, but like, I'd rather just have a good card that's good on its own. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. I haven't played with this card, so I really don't know as much. But this card hasn't really impressed me when my opponents have played it. So I'm just going to take the Aven Sentry and stick to white a little bit. Whoa. Skittering Surveyor is great. It lets me like splash stuff. Grand Warlord Rada, though, is just pretty much broken. If you can play it on curve, which doesn't look likely with my card configuration right now. You don't really want to splash this card either, because I mean it's fine to splash, but the reason it's good is because if you play it on turn 4 and like then cast it like another 2-drop or something, it's just busted. I'm just gonna take Skittering Surveyor. White decks do care about historic sometimes if you have like Davenant Trapper. And this card can let me like be a little bit more flexible with where I go. On Sarah's Wings is another great payoff for being white. White is really flowing here. Gideon's Approach is a nice one, but On Sarah's Wings is just very good. Maybe I can wheel that Coldwater Snapper, and then that combination is just busted. Blink of an Eye is also good, but I'm just going to take the On Sarah's Wings because I know I'm playing white at this point. Okay. Blue is starting to flow a little bit. I think I'm just going to stick to white, though. Take the Gideon's Approach over the Blink of an Eye. This is where it's starting to get close because there was a Blink of an Eye last pack, also an Academy Drake. Yeah, there's no way there are 2 uncommons better than Surveyor. Yeah, maybe people just have different priorities. I think I'm going to take the Gideon's Approach here. It's close with Blink of an Eye for me. But I'm guaranteed to play Gideon's Approach, whereas I still am able to move off of any other. I can move into any other color. For example, red, where I could move into red for G2 Chronicler and play white-red, and then like splash blue for a Coldwater Snapper. That may sound crazy, splashing for a Coldwater Snapper, but when you have On Sarah's Wings, it's actually not. Soothsayer is a good card. Charge is not great. Arcane Flight's like meh. I'll take the Chronicler. I think it's the best card in the pack. It's close with Soothsayer, but I don't really want to play white-black. White-red is a much better combination. Now I'll take Sergeant at Arms, sticking to that mono-white lifestyle. Wow. Divination this late is a strong blue signal. Oh, man. I think I'm going to take it. I don't love Adamant Will. Like, it's fine, but Divination's great. And the Coldwater Snapper's in the next pack. I know it's in there. Blue's flowing. We did it. We got the Coldwater Snapper on Sarah's Wings. I'm going to take the Snapper over the Syncopate just because the combination is really good. And now I'm just going to try and pick up as much blue card draw as I can to get to my combo, because that's just a game-winning combo. Whew. I hope YouTube is proud of me. I tried to avoid the blue. I did, guys. You can't blame me. I was taking white cards. I took white cards. I took a Gideon's Reproach over a Blink of an Eye. I really wanted to take that Blink of an Eye. I was like, Blink of an Eye, I'm feeling it, because I love that card. But I think the Gideon's Reproach was correct, because it kept me open. And then I just saw a very late Divination. I could have taken an Adamant Will, but I'm sticking to my guns. Now I'm taking an Excavation Elephant for some reason. I guess Keldon Warcaller could be correct, just in case I had an aggressive. Maybe I'll end up with some Homerid Explorers and a Jousting Lance, and this card's good. I'm just going to keep taking white cards. Now I'll take a Rescue. I don't need 2 Excavation Elephants, and Rescue's a marginal sideboard card. Like if they have Bolas's Clutches. Well, we did it, folks. We have found the 2 men. I'm not the 2 counts. Healing Grace. I've never played this card, but Slin Voda. Charge. Yeah, if I get open to Fairy, get past Wrath Capuchin, just the magic gods being like, you deserve this for your dedication to to white mana. Okay, easy Divination for me here. Not even close with Call the Cavalry. I don't need Slin Voda, and none of these other cards are really good. Tragic Poet's not even good, even if I have Sarah's Wings. And Divination helps me find my 2-card combo. Okay. Interesting spot here. Juggernaut's nice. But I think I kind of want another Divination over a Weight of Memory too. And Skittering Surveyor is also interesting. Early on in the draft, I definitely think Skittering Surveyor is better. But I think here I'd rather have Divination. It doesn't look like I'm going to be splashing. And having 3 Divinations just really lets me find these 2 cards a lot easier. You like Surveyor? Chat is saying Surveyor. I guess it does give me 3 sources of a color if I open anything great. Yeah, I agree. That's a smart pick. And we get rewarded. Yes! Whoo, yes! Rewarded to the max, because we get the Divination. We don't really need 4 Divinations. We're not really splashing a Whisper, but we're not splashing Settle the Score either because it's double black, but we got the Divination anyway. And now we're just mad chilling. Oh, yes. Now we're taking Vidalian Arcanist here pretty easily. When you have 3 Divinations, Vidalian Arcanist goes way up in value. We also have a Gideon's Reproach. We don't really want an Arcane Flight. We wouldn't mind a second Snapper, though. I do like Syncopate a decent amount, but I'm just going to snap up this Arcanist. We could splash black, but Arcanist is really good in this deck. Because we don't have any 2-drops, first of all. Arcanist is a great turn 2 play. It sets up Divination quite nicely. There are some black cards here, but I think we're just going to take the Arcanist over the Offering here. Oh, and actually pretty much over Syncopate. I think we would take... Ooh. Now this is the type of card I can get behind splashing, folks. Oh, man. It's really tough. This card is busted, though. I don't know how it's still in the pack. I think I'm just going to snap up the Eldest Reborn over Reproach into Arcanist and then just splash it pretty easily. Now I can take an Adamant Will. I'm not going to splash a double black. Don't really want to splash that card. Chat is so smart. I agree. Traded Wi-Fi for RP. Chat is genius. We're going to take the Adamant Will. I hope the other Arcanist wheels. I agree, the Paris Commune. That is definitely unreasonably late. That is exactly how I would put it. Could not have put it better myself. Definitely splashing it pretty much for free. I can just put 1 swamp in my deck and kind of have it already. Have it on lockdown. I guess I'll take an Unwind for the sideboard. Now I can take an Opt. I'm not going to play a Benelish Honor Guard. I could have splashed Joda, guys. Could have gone the distance. Opt is nice, though. I like it, even though I have 3 divinations, I still like it to help me find my combo. And I don't really need any of these other junkers. I tried, guys. I tried to avoid blue. I did. But blue finds you. Blue has a way. Blue knows that I really wanted to play blue. If people are wondering if I ever get tired of playing blue, the answer is no. At least in this format. In this format, you just like all blue all the time. At a certain point, I kind of started soft forcing blue, which means like I would like use blue as a tiebreaker and like play blue. But I've played blue in like 8 straight drafts or something crazy like that. And I've had like great success. I think I've gone like at least 2-1 in every single one of them. Now I'll take Tragic Poet. I now have 2 good targets to get back. I might play it. I highly doubt I'll play it, but I'm not playing 2 Slin Vodas. So maybe Tragic Poet slips in there. Ooh, could be sick. The sick tech, Eldest Reborn, 3rd chapter, Return Tragic Poet combo. That's actually the sickest infinite combo. Weight of Memory came back? Oh my god. The card draw in this deck is unreal. I would actually like another Arcanist. I really want one. Guess I get the Whisper back. Guess I'll have to take the Whisper. Arcane Flight's not the end of the world. It's another thing to go. Yes! Oh my gosh. The magic gods are listening. Thank you, magic gods. The Arcanist is just what I need. Oh my gosh. Tragic Poet could be sick tech. I'm going to consider it. Oh, yes! We were already splashing black. Oh, sweet, sweet justice. Justice. Oh, chat, that Surveyor pick into the divination for no punishment. We could take a Pegasus Courser, but Ariel is busted. Oh, yes, chat. Oh, yes. Breathe in the value. Chat is genius. Chat is life. Haphazard Bombardment is busted, but we're not splashing it. We're not splashing Sisay. We're just going to take Blink of an Eye for even more card draw value. We're not taking Sergeant at Arms over it. Death and Thoughts on the splash color, so we're not taking that. Yeah, pretty easy Blink of an Eye, I think. We're already splashing black, so we're not going to splash our red cards too. Ooh, yes. Yes, baby. Let's go. No big deal. Just picking up that Ariel. No biggie. Pretty easy stuff. Man. This is great. This is good, pure Magic fun. We have a Gideon's Approach for removal. Not a ton of other things, to be quite honest. Could take Candle. I don't mind Candle. Deep Freeze is another option. It doesn't really shut down our creatures because we have a ton of flying. Honor Guard for Ariel. Honor Guard should wheel. I don't think Honor Guard is very good. Though it is a knight, and this wants knights. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think it's between Deep Freeze, Scholar, and Blood Telecandle. I don't need more 3-drops, though. I have 4 3-drop creatures already that are much better than it. Candle is interesting. I think I'm just going to take Deep Freeze, though. Ooh, Replicator. How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you need more than 5 for Replicator to be good. I'm going to take Invoke the Divine over Befuddle. Not going to main deck it. I'm going to put it in the sideboard, but it's a good sideboard card. Quende. Pride of Femeref. I think I'm going to take this over the Coldwater Snapper. Snapper definitely has a chance of wheeling. I would not mind 2 because I have the Onsera's Wings, so having 2 Snappers is very good. But I think Quende is good enough to justify taking it over the Snapper. No, the Mirari Conjecture. I love you, Mirari Conjecture. I had just had a great draft with Mirari Conjecture. Gideon's Approach, Opt, 3 Divinations, that's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you need to go way deeper than 7. I don't need a 4th Divination. Not that I would mind. I would probably play 4 Divinations. I just think I need Vidalian Arcanist more. It's a third 2-drop. It works great with the divinations I already have. Works great with Weight of Memory. I would like one Syncopate in this deck, but I think Arcanist is a higher priority. Blink of an Eye over Snapper. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Blink of an Eye over Snapper. I think the other Snapper will probably come back. I'm thinking their Adamant Will. Opt. Dub. I dub the Sir Snapper. Not going to run Tragic Poet. So Scholar came back. I ended up with 2 of the cards I wanted. This is the pack with Snapper, I think. Snapper. Snapper. I'm not hugely worried about Snapper coming back, though. My deck is great. Befuddle. Easy money. Syncopate came back. Yes! The hero we all needed. Don't need the other opt. Yeah, I think Tragic Poet's a bit too cute. Last pick Snapper? Question mark? Nope. Okay. So we didn't really prioritize the second Snapper, but we do have the 2-card combo in our deck, so it'll happen a pretty large amount of the time, I think. Don't want to main deck Invoke the Divine. Don't want to main deck Whisper. I actually have 3 enchantments. I have Deep Freeze, this, and Eldritch Reborn. Okay, this deck is great. Yeah. Pretty much all to say about that. Not going to run an Arcane Flight just for the Snapper. I could side it in, maybe. So we're going to run 1 Swamp. Nine, 16, 17. That works well for me. We don't have any double white cards until 6 mana. I took Arcanist pretty highly in this deck because I do have so many draw spells. Surveyor should help me hit land drops. This deck is great. Just a perfect deck. I wonder how many times we're going to Snapper combo people. If you are in Twitch chat right now, place your bet on over-under. Okay, so over the course of the entire draft, I'll give you over-under 3.5. So do you think we're going to win 3 games or more than 3 games with Snapper plus On Sarah's Wings combo? Vote now in chat before you see my opening hand. I'm going to pick the over. I think, yeah, I'm going to pick the over. I think we're going to win more than 3 games with it. You think more than 3 as well, traded Wi-Fi for RP? Okay, cool. We're going to keep this hand. The value is unreal. All of our creatures are 2-for-1s. Yeah, we have so much card draw. Hello, Opt. Opting on turn 1. Feels good, man. Never going to miss a land drop all game. Arcanist. Divination, not the end of the world. We might just run out the Sergeant at Arms so we can block Benelish Honor Guard. Not take too much damage. Ooh, the white-blue mirror match. I see. I see. Opponent getting fancy. I'm just going to run with the Surveyor. I can go Surveyor, into Eldritch Reborn. And like double block Benelish Honor Guard if I need to, or I can just play my Sergeant at Arms next turn. Ooh, a skittering Surveyor of his own. Intriguing. I'm going to play Skittering Surveyor number 2. Get another island. Pass the turn. And then I can Eldest Reborn. It's not the best value, but then I go Eldest Reborn into Sergeant at Arms, and it's pretty good at stabilizing. I can also just deep freeze the flyer. That's probably what I should do. After I Eldest Reborn, of course, I can take 3. And then I can Divination plus deep freeze. I don't want to deep freeze before the sack effect thing comes down, though. That would just be silly. Pegasus Courser is annoying. Probably gonna have to deep freeze that one. This was a mistake. I should have deep freezed first. I knew I was gonna do it, so yeah, I definitely should have done it first. Because then he could have had Syncopate for 1. I want a bit of a clock here. Knight of Grace. Bring back that Surveyor, baby. That's sweet, sweet value. I will draw 2, I think. Play Quende. I can triple block Knight of Grace. Okay, Quende is a good draw, though. This way, if I draw my On Sarah's Wings, I can protect it with Syncopate, and I can Quende him. Or I can't. Huh. I can Blink of an Eye his flyer, though. Okay. So he recast his flyer. He can afford to pay 1. I'm just going to hold up my counterspell for it. Can't imagine he wouldn't want to recast his flyer. And my creatures don't do a ton. I do need to draw my On Sarah's Wings here, eventually. Oh, that was such a good draw. Okay. Into Arcanist. Go bluffing fungal infection. There's no way he thinks I have fungal infection because you don't splash fungal infection. It's just not a card you splash. Okay. I'm going to mill my opponent with this. I don't want to deck myself. I milled 2 divinations. Feels good, man. Now I've got Gideon's Approach and a Blink of an Eye up. I just need to draw my Snapper and my Sarah's Wings. I told you, I'm still always going to win. Yeah, you got to get that equity where you can trade it away for RP. Maybe he will play around it. Okay. I'm definitely going to Gideon's Approach his flyer. Snapper. Okay, we're still going to find our combo eventually. As long as it's not literally our like bottom 2 cards, which would suck. We have our own Pegasus Courser, which can start getting in there too, doing some work. Hopefully he doesn't have Syncopate. Oh, thank God. Still alive. How many more lands do we have in our deck? I don't even know. Nope, don't want to use that. Definitely going to attack with our Sergeant. We're fine trading it for his stuff. Want to get a little bit of damage in. If he has an equipment for Relic Runner, we die. But I think the fact that we have Snapper makes us want to save our on Sarah's Wings and not just throw it on Quende to gain some life here. Could be incorrect, though. Yep, there's the Courser. We have 11, 12, 13. Which means we have 4 more lands in our deck and our Snapper. If we ever draw Snapper, we just win. You could easily have a removal spell. Okay, so I think we have to wait. We have to keep waiting. Because our Snapper plus that is our only like reliable way to win. Especially with so few resources. So we do have to draw our Snapper like next turn or something. Replicator, I do not care. Okay, other than the fact that his Relic Runner is now unblockable. So I guess I do care. Maybe we have to go on the Quende beatdown plan. I hope it's good enough. Yep. Yep, he had it. Dang it. Rats. Oh, man. Feels bad, man. I think we had to go for it, though, so we don't just die to the Relic Runner. Oh, yep, that's game. Oh my gosh, we died to the Relic Runner. That's so disappointing. That's so disappointing. Definitely bringing in Invoke the Divine. Taking out... We'll take out an Opt for it. Opt is just a very low impact card. That's unfortunate. We'll keep this hand. It's pretty good. I'm just disappointed. We needed to draw our Snapper in like the top 30 cards of our deck, and then we had to win easily. It just so happened that the Snapper was in our bottom 5. It happens. It definitely happens. Maybe we should have drafted that second Snapper more aggressively. You can either complain about stuff, or you can look at ways to make it better. There's our Snapper. Get our Swamp. Let's go. Howling Golem. We'll just invoke the Divine that, I think. On second thought, we'll just play Quende. It's okay, though. It happens. Traded Wi-Fi for RP. I'm sure our opponents have had that happen to them, too. I've definitely beaten decks that were better than mine. I actually don't mind drawing cards now that I have Snapper. Next turn I can kick Sergeant. I guess I could have just killed Howling Golem and attacked, but I don't want to walk into a instant because he didn't use his mana, which is really good for me. And I would rather invoke the Divine that. Let's see if he attacks. Kill Replicator, untap, slam Snapper. And now it's just a ticking time bomb. And we have 3 divinations and a weight of memory in our deck to help us find our stuff. We got outsmarted. Removal. I should have played my land first. If I got that syncopated, I would have been so sad. Okay, so he gets to equip his Helm of the Host now. Dang, Invoke the Divine was a great sideboard tech, but we wasted it on Replicator. Not really wasted, but we used it on Replicator. So we get to draw 2 cards. He takes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going to save our deep freeze. Just doesn't do anything. The stuff can still block us. He has to develop quite a few blockers to be able to deal with us here. Skittering Surveyor, probably not going to get the job done. That's one blocker. He needs to be able to block. I guess he needs just one more creature. And we have to not draw anything relevant. Okay, that's one more creature. And a candle. So we draw two more cards. Just looking for action spells. There's Blink of an Eye. There's Arcanist. Oh, so we can counter it on the way down now. He pays 5 for it. We can counter unless he pays 4. Even if he pays 4, he's dead. So if he can't afford to pay 4, he has to develop another creature. I probably should have played my Arcanist out. Counter unless he pays 4. Like, sure, you can pay the 4, but then you can't equip, and then you don't have another blocker, and then you die. He just lets it get countered. I'm going to attack with everything. I don't think he's going to be able to triple block my Cold Water Snapper. He can't activate the candle. Okay, his knight dies though, which is nice. So we have a lot of one-powered attackers out. Still haven't drawn our Sarah's Wings. He has 8 cards in hand. But he needs to produce 3 blockers, one of which is flying. Okay, that's not going to do the trick. Do I have any other artifact kill spells? This is just so he can't kill my snapper in some freak chance. Because I don't want to be able to block, 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 kill, kill. Somehow win. Oh my god. We played right into his hands. Jeez, get wrecked. He goes to 1 now. Oh my gosh. And now we draw the On Sarah's Wings. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. That is so dumb. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Completely wrecked. Trying to get rid of his blocker. Pegasus Courser. Do your work. Jesus. If I lose this game, I'm going to be so salty. Like, unbelievably salty. Because of the Invoke the Divine play. Oh my gosh. Oh, eventually he's going to have to tap down. Right? How is he still alive? I have no idea. I guess I can Eldest Reborn him, get back my snapper. I'm going to stop casting card draw. He could deck me with his Howling Golems. Oh, he's definitely got something. Doesn't matter, my other guy still has flying. Go, Arcanist. Go. Be free. Fly like the wind. Yay! Yes! Flying Arcanist! Oh my gosh. Do I have any more Artifact removal. No. No, I need it. Need artifact removal. Need artifact removal. Huh. Definitely bringing in Unwind. He has a ton of random instant speed stuff. I kind of want to bring in Slinvoda. Those games were hella grindy. Though the first one I got kind of low. Oh man, definitely want the Unwind though. Deep Freeze is fine against him, but not insane. Take out Weight of Memory. I have enough instant speed card draw and stuff. Don't want to be tapping out against him. This is a fine hand. Maybe I shouldn't have taken out Weight of Memory, but I think it's fine to take it out. Thank you, Skittering Surveyor, being the hero we all deserve. I mean, that none of us deserve, but we all want. Okay, that guy's kind of annoying. I might have to deep freeze it. Just going to slam Skittering Surveyor this next turn, though. Oh, he missed his land drop. Okay, that's GG, boy. It should be, at least. I'm never missing a land drop. No. He hit it. And he has Divination. It's going to be a game. Just going to cast it for the front half. Get in for one. Hopefully put a little bit of pressure on him. Our Blink of an Eye should be nice. That's a good one. Good card. Could just hold up Unwind for next turn. That was a good draw. The only black cards we can't cast anyway, so we're just going to cast it like this. I could definitely see reproaching his Sarah's Disciple being correct. But we can save it for something better too. We're going to slam Snapper next turn, so I probably want to just use my reproach while I can. Howling Golem, okay. Okay, we can bounce that, and then we can unwind it next turn. We have just enough mana to do that. We'll bounce it in response to him equipping. That should just be game if he does. I should have played my Arcanist. I think I wanted to hold up Unwind. Maybe I do want to hold up Unwind. But if he goes for the equip, then... yeah. If he goes for the equip, I win. Yeah, I could have played my Arcanist. That's the thing about Helm, is he just gets blown out by stuff like that. He can equip to Skittering Surveyor. He's just going to block my Surveyor. Maybe it didn't matter to play the Arcanist and I should have just held up Unwind. If he equips to the Surveyor, he's probably dead as well. The thing is, Vegas Fireman, is if he goes... I think he's so far behind on board now that even if he goes for the equip here, I still just kill him. Because he has to, like, chump the Cold Water Snapper, and he just dies to all the damage. Because there's enough damage to kill him through all that. So, bouncing the guy is just so much tempo that I don't think he can ever come back into the game. Like, he can't even afford to equip here. Also, welcome to the stream, Vegas Fireman. Well, we had the over-under, guys. And currently, we have 1-game-1 with Snapper. I said it was going to be over 3. Ooh, that was a close one. Close game. Also, welcome. I already said welcome, Vegas Fireman, but welcome again. Hello, Utapinomicon. I definitely have seen you in chat before because I remember being unable to pronounce your name, or at least I think I remember that. Welcome, Utapinomicon. Definitely going to be my last draft of the night. My neck's starting to get sore. But I'm going to be finishing it out. Don't worry, guys. We'll be playing this next round and the round after that. So hopefully we crush our foes quickly and efficiently. No game threes. Just crush them. I would like to play first. I would like to keep. This is a good hand. It does not have everything we want in a hand, but it has 3 lands. We have infinite divinations in our deck. And it has some good cards. If we draw a Skittering Surveyor, we're in good shape. We're still in fine shape. We can use Blink of an Eye to help us gain time and draw. No, my friend, he's a traitor. I wish I had one of those. I really don't want to mill myself, because if I mill my swamp, I can't cast 2 of my cards. But I don't want to mill him because he could have K2 Chronicler. If he attacks me for 1, I'm very happy. Oh, yes. Get in for that sweet, sweet, juicy damage, opponent. You got me. Relic Runner. Oh yeah, let's go. Tetsuko, you say? This couldn't be blocked anyway. I'm just going to draw 3 here. Set myself up for the future. I milled 3 lands, and he's mana screwed. That's actually hilarious. I just wanted to set myself up for future turns. I'm taking 4 here. He hit a land anyway. Jeez. Unlucky. For me, at least. So I'm taking 4 here. But then I can blink of an eye and deep freeze and divination, and I have a ton of options now. Oh no, that's really bad for me. Quite poor. Quite bad for me. Oh man, Vidalian Arcanist just does it all. It's too good. I can bounce Tetsuko mid-combat, eat the Vidalian Arcanist for free, hopefully. Or if he goes for something pre-combat, I can counter it with Syncopate. He does get to make the Relic Runner unblockable for another turn. But eating this guy's worth it, I think. Okay, he has Run Amok. I can't win this game. Max punished for my play. I could have blocked this guy and then bounced it. Then he replays Tetsuko. I think I probably could have played this game better. Probably should have just slammed Deep Freeze on something earlier. I'm going to blink of an eye the Relic Runner so he can't get this ETB again. And that gives me Sergeant at Arms as an out, which just cleans up this board kind of. Two Arcanists. That's game. Okay. I'll bring in, I don't really want to bring in Healing Grace. I kind of don't want Weight of Memory, it's just a bit clunky. Probably rather have a Tolarian Scholar. Or like that. I need another swamp. I have 2 Skittering Surveyors, so I don't really think another swamp is necessary. Mulligan. Oh, this is a tricky hand. We're going to keep it. Hopefully Scry land to the top. Can't be too picky with which land we scry to the top. This way we can draw Divination. Vidalian Arcanist, Dark. Why do my opponents always have it, but I never do? Feels bad, man. And it's going to be one of those games, eh? I'm never going to cast a spell. Hopefully he misses his third land drop, and we have a game on our hands. That'd be nice, because I can't do anything. Of course not. Please, planes. Oh my god. Oh man, it's just gonna be one of those days. It happens, but it's annoying. We can't draw land. And I don't think we can afford to just blink of an eye here for no value. Okay. At least now we're drawing cards, which is kind of nice. We're going to probably just blink of an eye the Vidalian Arcanist here, so we can spend our mana finally. At least we're going to cast a spell. If you recast this, we take another 2, so we would take 3, go down to 10. Either way, we go down to 10. There's a land. There's one that we like. Oh man, I'm a genius. If I had bounced this guy, it would have been so much better. Okay, so we can Gideon's Reproach the Journey Mage. Play my Quende. Hold the Blink of an Eye. Next turn I can Surveyor into Ariel. Ariel. Maybe I should have bounced the Arcanist just so this couldn't happen. Like last turn or something. You never know. Oh, man. Ariel's a good card, though. Maybe she can save us. Hopefully there's no Skizik here. I'm just completely at my opponent's mercy, pretty much. Fire Intervention's bad. If I win this game, I would be very surprised. Very surprised. This is not the type of... See, Blue-Red Wizard is like the type of deck that's bad against a lot of decks in the format, like black-green value because black-green can gain a lot of life. But against certain decks, it just crushes them. I don't even know. I don't have a large sample size. Game 1 wasn't really a game. I didn't draw particularly well game 1. I'm not dead to Skizix, which is nice. Gives me a couple, like at least gives me some outs. If I draw planes, I can make a big board. I just need to draw planes. Okay. So now I'm dead because he has run amok. Oh no, he doesn't have run amok. Planes, my kingdom for a planes. Please. Five, 6, 7. Wow, that's literally the 2-card combo I've been dreaming of, and I can't assemble it because of... Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I'm so dead. Oh my gosh. Now I can't even get my Sarah's Wings to save me here. I'll just slowly die. Or not even slowly, I'm probably dead this turn. He discarded Gitu Chronicler, so obviously he's got something good. What can I bring back? I can bring back... Damn, I could have brought back Surveyor to get a Plains, but now I'll just have to bring back Ariel. Hope to draw something good. Like on Sarah's Wings. On Sarah's Wings is on the bottom. Okay, there's a Plains. So maybe my best chance is finding on Sarah's Wings. So I'm supposed to bring out Skittering Surveyor, bring my card 18, and then have a 2-outer. That's 1 in 9. Over 10% of the time it'll happen. Ariel just doesn't do anything. I'm going to get the Surveyor. Bounce Sphinx. Oh my gosh, that was definitely the correct play. When did Journey Mage? Oh, Journey Mage died. We're still alive. And now I actually have outs to win the game. Those outs are definitely going down. I need to draw the Sarah's Wings this turn. On Sarah's Wings, right here. Right here. Even then, I gained 5, I go up to 6. He sacks 3 goblins, I die. Oh, man. We were close to stabilizing, but ultimately, I think I maybe played... I think I had a clunky draw, and then I didn't necessarily play perfectly. Dang it. Oh, man, our deck was sick. We can't get the 4 wins with Snapper, Sarah's Wings. Maybe I was just supposed to prioritize the Snappers. Oh man, that opt was brutal. If we had them in the opposite order or whatever, gosh. This is the type of deck that shouldn't have to mulligan, but we mulliganed a couple times. I don't know. All you can do is draft good decks and play well. And hope to draw your Arcanists for turn 2 instead of turn 10. Wow. That card is not good to play on turn 1. You should almost always play it as a 4-drop unless you're planning on chumping with it. In which case, you're not playing it on turn 1, you're playing it on turn like 8, so that you're chumping. White-black, you say. Come on, let's get that 2-1. The spicy little 2-1. The 2-1 we all dream of. Okay, now we can't lose. I'm calling it now. This game is unlosable. We just have too much value. Too much tempo, too much value. Okay. So the Confessor got in for 3, and then we play our Sentry, and we just brick wall it. Quende is even better because it brick walls the Knights. And then we can start playing our Divinations and Blinks and stuff. What's my limited rating? Well, before this draft, it was at 1849. Let's see what it is right now. 1832. Okay, so it updated for this record. So it updated for this loss. It's at 1832 right now. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. They still trade. The beauty of double strike. I tapped badly there. Oops. I could have held a blink of an eye. I forgot about the Arcanist mana. Hopefully it doesn't cost me. But it definitely could. Fine trade for me. Archaeologist is scary. Okay, elephant, not as scary. We're going to deep freeze it though. It's pretty big. Okie doke. We're going to be taking 1 damage here. Oh, yes. Skittering boy. Let's go. Still going to play an island so we can hold a blink with kicker. Which we might just do on his knight token, but we'll probably save. Because we can just double block the knight token now. He can't attack us with anything. I'm going to hold a blink of an eye for my own Ariel to keep her safe. Bardic Wanderer, we'll bounce that. Give us a little bit more time, breathing room. We still have a second blink of an eye just in case we need it. Perfect. We're going to use Gideon's approach so we can just bounce the Bardic Wanderer again. He concedes? Why would you concede to that? You're losing a bunch of 1/1s and you have a 5/5 in hand. That seems completely wrong to me. He plays 5/5, I bounce it, hit him for another 4, which he can absorb. I'm making 2/2s, but he probably has removal in his deck. That is definitely not what you want to do. I'm going to bring in Invoke the Divine. He has Bardic Wanderer, he has Elephant, which probably means he has more artifacts. And I'll take out... Opt. Yeah, I'll take out Opt. Hey, traded wife for RP. Don't call him pathetic. He might be new. He might be tilted. We don't want to insult our opponents here. Gotta be nice. You never know. Second swamp. I don't need a second swamp, Esper. I have 3 black sources. I have so much card draw that I don't need a second swamp. Like, I have card draw to find my surveyors. Ariel's fine later in the game. And I just don't need it. And it does hurt my mana base to cut an island because I really do need double blue for my blinks of an eye. I need early blue for my arcanists. And I need early white for my white spells. So... yeah, I guess it's just the word pathetic has, like, bad connotations for me. Okay, this is an easy keep. Let's get that snapper combo going. What I've found is that I tend to win pretty much every single game that I don't lose to mana problems. So that's why I, like, really am conscious of the mana sources. And I don't want you to sound cocky or anything, but, like, I think I usually just have a very strong deck. So I just have a natural advantage over people and over my opponents, and then I play pretty well, I think. And those are like the 3 things you have luck, and then those are the 3 elements I always like to think about. You have luck, you have your deck, and then you have the way you play. And you can't control luck, so there's not a point in getting mad about it. So the only things you can control are how you build your deck and the way you play. And I've definitely not perfect in those regards. I've definitely misbuilt my deck many times, made poor draft picks. Ooh, nice. Going to Surveyor for another Plains then, I guess. But when I'm playing well, then the only things that can, like, stop me from winning a lot of the time are luck or my opponent's deck being better. So, or them outplaying me, obviously. So if you're playing well, then they can't outplay you as much. And if your deck is better than their deck, then the only thing that can stop you is luck. Or chance, as they say. I'm going to just deep freeze that guy. No use taking extra damage if I don't have to. This card's just going to be annoying. I don't really want to trade my Aven Sentry for it. So I'm just going to fire off that Deep Freeze. Juggernaut. Okay, we can invoke the Divine that. Sure, bud. Don't need to use our Blink of an Eye yet. So he has 3 cards and we have 5. And these cards are all 2-for-1s built in. That's why I like Divination in this format. Because it's just a built-in 2-for-1 in a format that's pretty much all about 2-for-1s and trading cards and stuff. I mean, it's not all about that. Like, as you saw in round 2, we got tempoed out and stuff. We're going to just bounce that. Look for land drops. We found it. Perfect. Okay. Now we can Divination to Aven Sentry maybe. Okay, another Wanderer. I mean, the same Wanderer, but still. He's equipping. Next turn I can Arcanist plus Snapper. Set up some blocks on this Wanderer. Or I can just trade damage. Probably don't want to do that, though. I do want to get my Snapper into play, though. One of the ways I lose this game is either by never finding an answer to the Wanderer, or by just going for some horrible block and him just blowing me out. Oh no, what's he tapping out for? 7 mana is a lot. Elephant. Oh, Juggernaut is back. He's back in the house. Pretty good value. Elephant seems decent in his deck. I can go for the big block next turn, because I'll have Syncopate up. So I can't get blown out. It'll be better that turn too, because I can block Sentry on Juggernaut, and then I can triple block the Partick Wanderer if he attacks with it. I don't know the exact percentage of games where you literally have no chance of winning. I just know that people think they have literally no chance of winning a lot more than they do, because there's almost always something you could do to improve it. Yeah, I'm not going to go for the triple block this turn. But I'm sure that there is a percentage of games that you actually can't win, because otherwise some pros would have like 90% win rates. So yeah, you can't win them all. Just gotta let it slide like water off a duck's back, or however that saying goes. Windgrace Acolyte, eh? Divest, eh? That would have been funny. I really wish he had done that. He would have played around my Syncopate, but he would have spent a card for nothing. Ooh. I'll play my Quende, and then I'll pass. This way I have good blocks onto his stuff, which I will go for. I can counter unless he pays 4 on a lot of stuff, which is conveniently enough to make Blessed Light not good. Quad blocking this seems easy, and then single blocking this. Easy blocks. He can only kill two. He can only kill one of my creatures unless he kills Quende plus like Surveyor, which I do not care if he does. Adamant Will would be kind of annoying, but he still only kills two of my creatures with it. And one of them already got value, the Skidding Surveyor. And we know one of his cards is Juggernaut. That's a fine trade for me. This combat went pretty well. Juggernaut. I can't counter it. I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards. Ooh. That's not good for me, because I wish I could counter it, but he has exactly enough mana to not have it countered. At least I can counter the Juggernaut. Pretty good value in his deck, the Elephants plus the Archaeologists. Now I don't have to hold up Syncopate. Okay, so we know his two cards in hand, and this is going to become a 5/5, even a 6/6. Well, that was not the greatest sequence of draws, but I think we can go for a fairly confident block on the Archaeologist. Divest, whiffs, nice. That's why I don't like Divest. I don't think it's great, because a lot of the time it just gets to the late game, it doesn't do anything. Yep. I still have pretty good quad blocks and stuff. Good morning, Dan Bat. Good morning. You're in time to catch the end of the stream. This is our final match, hopefully our final game. But it is nice to see you, Dan Bat. Oh, the attack with the elephant is really smart here. I commend my opponent for that attack, because this is the obvious block. He can kill two Arcanists, or he can like kill Quende. Which is correct to kill Quende, I think. Quende plus Arcanist. Okay. Weight of Memory is a good draw. I mean, wait, I mean the blink is a good draw. We're gonna mill our opponent because we don't want it. We're gonna go 6 cards deep otherwise. Okay. Okay, I still have Snapper in my graveyard. I'm just gonna hold the Blink of an Eye. I could Blink of an Eye Deep Freeze Partick Wanderer. I think I'm just gonna Blink of an Eye the Partick Wanderer though. Take 3. We need to find another creature. We don't have a ton of those in our deck though. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that means we have 3 lands left in our deck. We also have Ariel. Eldest Reborn. Yikes. Well, we're going to lose this game. You can equip this, attack. Yep, we kind of have to just take our licks here. Actually, we're just dead if we do. Oh, man, I should have equipped and attacked. I would be at 8. These couldn't attack. Yeah, I messed that up because he can just attack all and I die. I missed an attack. Could be the difference maker. We flooded a little bit too hard this game. One of the ways you can just see is like my opponent has 8 lands in play, and like this isn't helpful in any way, but my opponent has 8 lands in play and I have 11 with 4 in hand. So, and I know he has a big card in his hand. So like I've drawn 6 more cards, but it doesn't really matter if I've drawn like all lands and he hasn't. If I was at 8 here, this game would be a little bit different. Maybe I could draw Ariel then. Opponent's got to be afraid of my cards in hand, like to some degree. Ooh. That's a nice draw. Keep thinking of if I was at 2 more life. If I had 2 more life, I would be in much better shape. It's impossible to argue with it. I have 8 cards left. Having to put On Sarah's Wings on a 2-powered creature is really sad. Opponent probably knows I have all lands in hand. What's he going to get flying? Probably the elephant. Yep. So if I attack like this, if I block like this, I take 5, 6, 7, and I go to 1. Because I gain 2. And I have to find an answer to Pegasus Courser or the elephant. Okay, he has fungal infection. He literally had lethal, he just had to shrink my Arcanist. He basically has lethal this way, but not actually lethal. Yay, opponent missed lethal. Not that it matters, our Arcanist cannot do it. Wow, and a Cabal Paladin. Opponent's deck has too many spells in it. Too many spells, my 3 lands can't do anything. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Funny stuff. Okay. Bring in the Tolarian Scholar. For his 2/2s. And take out I don't have enough creatures and too many divinations. If there's one thing I've learned from Dominaria, is that you can never have too many divinations. Divination is great. Slim Voda is good against his high converted mana cost deck. One too many Arcanist. I think Arcanist is good in my deck just because Arcanist into Divination is so good. I don't think Slim Voda is that great against him. Getting to 10 mana is kind of iffy. Even Sentry might just be my worst card. Doesn't block very well. What am I like this? Why am I not playing Adamant Will? Because my opponent has cards that punish Adamant Will. He has, I don't know, Adamant Will is not a great card in general, and not overly hyped to play Adamant Will. Also, my deck has all good cards in it, so it's like, what would I run it over? Like, I would play Adamant Will in some decks, but my deck isn't. You don't really want to have combat tricks in a deck that's not proactive, or like you don't want to have that be like the main focus. Because then you end up disappointed. Ooh, that's great. Eldest Reborn. We are the Wizard Beatdown deck. If you have no counter spells, you play Adamant Will. I could see that. I think it's more case by case. Like, you could play them both in the same deck if you were a more assertive deck. Because the best time to use a combat trick is on offense because you can use it when they're like tapped out and stuff. I milled Divination, and Plains. I should have attacked first, probably, but I really wanted to cast Weight of Memory. Too much card draw into nothing. I have Ariel, I have Coldwater Snapper plus Sarah's Wings. I have definitely got stuff to draw into, Esper. Definitely, definitely. I have a 2-card combo that literally wins me the game, so. Eldest Reborn. He'll sack a Night token. But I'm going to be able to Gideon's Reproach his Pegasus Courser before it's going to matter. And then I can get his Pegasus Courser for myself. And what I found in this format is you don't really need a ton of hard removal. You only need like 1 or 2. Yeah, that is true. Traded Wi-Fi for RP. When you do not have great creatures, combat tricks to save them is not awesome. And also, yeah, there's pretty much no way to have too much card draw in this format because it's just a clean 2-for-1 every time you cast card draw. Or even better, depending on what card draw it is. Okay. I might just blink of it on my own Eldest Reborn. That's a line for sure. Icy. I think I am going to do that. 3. Divination. Yeah, okay. I want to be able to Gideon's Approach this so I can get it back. You discard Voltaic Servant. 1, 2, 3. If I Skittering Surveyor. Yeah, I just want to hit my land drop. Combat. I can hit him with my Scholar. I'm not going to play my Arcanist because I do want to kill his Pegasus Courser this upcoming turn. And then I'm going to bounce my own Eldest Reborn in response to his trigger. Yeah, he's going to tap that, which means I wouldn't have been able to Gideon's Approach. Yeah, aggressive decks have a lot of like mediocre stuff in them. I would agree. There's just not a ton of aggressive decks in the format is the main thing. I guess we just have a difference of what works. I'm gonna get the Pegasus Courser. No, I meant to bounce my guy. Oops. Oh well, that's kind of unfortunate. So playing 5 divinations is good. It depends on your deck, Sova. It depends. I mean, you can come up with extreme examples, but I mean, I'm playing 3 divinations and I'm very happy with playing 3. Maybe bouncing it was too greedy. Would have been too greedy at least. I mean, why would you pick 5 divinations? I'm sure there's cards you could take over the 5th divination, but when you say there's no such thing as too much card draw, it's like within reason. Like, it's like saying my deck is unbeatable when in reality, like, any deck can lose. You would not play more than 3? Yeah, it definitely depends on the format, I agree. I mean, there are formats where I wouldn't even touch divination. Okay, I can give everything flying. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit him for 5. Play my Arcanist. Play my divination. I don't know why he's not using Icy. He fungal infectioned me. He got me. It's clearly Settle the Wreckage. Oh my gosh. He really 2-for-1'd himself to kill that 2-3. Okay, we're going to go with divination first. I told you already, I have good stuff. I have Snapper in my deck. You can attack me for 4. I'm fine with that. What do you got, buddy? I'm just going to kill that. I know I don't draw the card, but at this point, I just want to make sure I don't die to something stupid. Let's keep it classy in the chat, though, folks. Make sure that the differences of opinion are staying cordial. I mean, there's definitely something you can discuss is whether or not 2 or 3 divinations or however many divinations is correct. It's definitely not a need to get like aggressive or anything. I really actually am glad that Sova is bringing this stuff up because by talking about it, everyone gets better. I do agree, Sova. There is definitely a line where there is too much card draw. I just put that line at a different place than you do, and that is perfectly fine. It is definitely something that is possible. Oh man, he can't beat the Snapper. He just concedes in the face of the OP Turtle. Well, for those who were with me the entire draft, we did not reach the over. I said I would win more than 3 games with Snapper plus On Sarah's Wings, and I should have drafted a second Snapper if I really wanted that to be the reality, because I only won 1 game with that. I should have won a second game with it, but I couldn't draw it. But besides that, we managed to go 2-1, which is pretty exciting. I like going 2-1. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content, and be sure to share the video with your friends. If you have any questions or comments about the draft or the gameplay, if you want to chime in on the how many divinations is too many divinations discussion, be sure to leave that in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. We managed to get the 2-1. Our deck was pretty cool, and I think the games were pretty interesting. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.